Alright everyone, so here we have the IS, and it might look a little different. Last night I ripped out the ECU, as you can see all the wires. It's kind of a mess. I mean, the inside of this car is absolutely disgusting. But I just kind of said screw it, and we're going to start taking apart the engine bay, because I have room to store stuff now, which I'm going to show you guys that pretty soon, and talk about like a new project that's going to be happening. It's kind of car related. I'll show you guys that in a second, so I'm excited about it. Hope you guys will be too. I'm going to keep taking more out of the engine bay here, because I want to eventually tuck all the wires, and I need a standalone, and I had to move this, because I'm getting a forward-facing intake, as you already know, so I can't really have an intake pipe come straight through my ECU, because that doesn't work. Apologize that I haven't uploaded much at all. I've been honestly pretty burnt out. I haven't had much to film, or very many video ideas, because I don't even know. I think I've more so just been trying to repair myself mentally, because my mental health really wasn't all that great for a while, but it seems to be getting better now because of a couple amazing friends that I have. Alright, different day, kind of different shit, but not really. I'm bored, and I don't want to sit inside because that will cause me to think, but I don't like thinking because of mental health and shit like that. So I'm going to work on my car, even though it's, 22 degrees out, so it's not warm. So I figured, since I have nothing better to do, let's just continue taking the entire wiring harness out of the car. Why? I don't really know. Mostly because I don't have anything better to do. It's gonna come out eventually at some point, because it has to. Unfortunately, since all of the plastic is 20 plus years old, it's cold out, and they're all dry. They break the second you touch them, so pretty much every clip in here for wiring is going to break, which I'm trying to prevent that and doing it as softly as I can, but they're all just like the push down, like, no, you know what automotive clips are like. I guess I can kind of show you an example. Like on like the fuel injectors, where are we looking here? These literally do not budge, and whenever I push on them, they don't budge to do anything, so when I try to pry on it, and once I get them to move, they just immediately like shatter. Like these ones all broke. It all just immediately shatters because it's dry, it's old, it's brittle, it's been heat cycled so many times, which is fine because it's all going to get redone eventually at some point. But yeah, I'm just going to take all this out, which I kind of need to anyways for the interior so I can finish this, because there's wires all over the place. I want to rip out the wiring in here because it's going to get rewired, because I got to redo the rest of this still. It's a race car, so it's going to be complicated as fuck, but I kind of knew that going into this, so I'm going to work on unplugging stuff, even though I know it's going to break a bunch of things, but that's okay, because I can replace it. I got to take that boot off. You can see the hole in it from where previous owner ran yep, you can see it. From where the previous owner ran the subwoofer wire, just shot it straight through the boot, so that's got to get replaced, which I'm planning on running the wiring through like the fenders so you can't see it. So of course, since it's cold out, my camera decided that the battery's low already, so if it dies in the middle of filming this, you'll know why. It means I'll just have to go in and charge it again, which is fine. It's just annoying. Yeah, see, these things literally just shatter. Old brittle plastic. It is what it is. That's kind of how it is with all the clips coming out. Oh, these are the coil wires. I'm definitely gonna get new coil pack wires. Oh, Jesus. What the hell is that? Toyota something. Is this a jumper loop? I think that's just a loop, and I don't know as if that should be a loop. Just break the clip, it's fine. They're shitty and old, and I don't really care. It's obviously disgusting, as you would expect. Ugh. So we have... If you're wondering why I'm wearing welding gloves all the time, I originally just got these for welding, but they're not like normal, just very barbarian type welding gloves. They're very like movable. So right now I'm just wearing them for pretty much just working gloves. Wear them whenever I'm working on the car. I'm doing shit in a trailer. I don't know, they're just good outdoor gloves. They keep your hands warm to a certain degree when it's cold out. You guys also want to know why I love 2J? Because 2J is funny. Yes. My intake manifold has 69 on it. Don't ask me why. I don't fucking know, but it's hilarious. We are rocking 69 on the car. I love that. I guess I can use the cowl as like a dish to put all the bolts. It's just a big hole right now. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, it is. Okay. I see now. So instead of individual coil packs like I was expecting to see, I believe this is the OEM setup. Actually it is, what am I saying? I didn't know this, I've actually never seen this before. This is the coil pack, and this jumper wire essentially just goes from this, which this goes around one of the spark plugs. It just loops, it's like a loop circuit, I don't know how to explain it better, but that just goes straight down to the other spark plug. So it's like a 2-for-1 special, but I'm gonna put individual coils per spark plug on here. It's because I think it looks better. Yeah. Pretty simple. I've never seen that before, honestly. It's kind of cool, but I don't know how reliable this is. All I know is ugh, it's fucking disgusting in there. The spark plugs look fine, but I can only see the top of them, so they look fine from the top, but in this little crevice in here, gross. More questions are raised. So the middle one was just looped. This front coil pack is powering cylinder number 2. Oh, you know, I bet it's like that firing order. I'm stupid. Yeah, so this one in the front's doing 2 and 4. The one in the rear is doing 6 and 1, and then the one in the middle is doing 3 and 4. No. Yes. So this one is 2 and 5. That one's 6 and 1, and then we've got 3 and 4 in the middle. So that makes more sense. I guarantee that's probably why that's happening. I'm trying to talk more for this video to make it more entertaining or enthusiastic, whatnot. I told you these clips break. That was the clip. Couple nuts in here. Everyone likes nutty coil packs. 1, 2, I don't know if I'll still do anything. I'm gonna try to fish it around the thing. Toyota, I don't appreciate you for this. I guess that doesn't want to come out right now, which is fine. Also, don't do what I'm doing. Don't pull on the wires. I'm doing it because I just don't have grip, and also because I'm an idiot. This is absolutely not the proper way you should be doing this. This is why I don't think I could work on someone else's car, because I would break a bunch of shit on it. Mostly just plastic, but still. It's fine. Wait a minute. Is this wiring harness number 69? Because look. That's kind of funny. I just realized that. So 69 is in this car multiple times. I think this is just wiring harness 69 is what I'm going to call it. Alright, so we were back working on the IS today. Yeah, I keep seeing the BMW 2002 that we have at work that's getting turned into a race car. And it makes me think that this looks like a piece of shit, because it kind of does. Everything is like super nicely welded on that thing. This is just kind of a mess, which I'm not surprised. I kind of figured it would be for a while, because, you know, that's just what happens. But even like the inner fenders are all welded, and whatnot, but aside from that, right now, I'm going to try to loosen up all my lug nuts, because I know on one of them, on this wheel, is cross-threaded, which is not going to be fun. Why is it cross-threaded? Well, because these wheels suck. There is no way I can actually handheld spin them on there, because even with a socket, sometimes they don't actually stick to the threads right. So one of them got cross-threaded, so I'm going to see if I can get it off. But, yeah. I've got quite a bit torn down on the 2J. I mean, obviously there's still a lot left here, but yeah. The inside looks better. We got all the tar out just with a chisel. I still have more to get out, but probably not going to do that today. I do still want to get part of the cage out, re-weld it, make it better, so, you know, I'm not dealing with that shit anymore. So, let's see if I can break this wheel off. Or not break it off, but, you know. Break it loose. Right now we're taking the fan shroud out and the radiator, or at least trying to, so I can get room, so I can start taking pulleys off and shit. Waiting for batteries to charge because the roll cage is being an absolute pain in my ass. Welding it outside of the car worked. Putting it in the car, that's a whole different ball game that is proving to be much more of a problem than I was expecting. It's just being a massive pain in the ass. There's a lot of fighting it, and because I think I welded one of the parts of it too far over or something, and I can't take it apart this time because the welds are good. So if anything, I would have to cut it, which I don't want to, so I'm just gonna make it fit whether it wants to or not. So that's gonna be a fucking pain in my ass, but I gotta wait for the Sawzall to charge before I can do that. So right now we're just gonna fuck around with the motor, because I'm gonna buy my internals pretty soon here. So yeah, we're gonna take the fan shroud out so I can get to the belt tensioner to take the belts off, and maybe take the radiator out if I can. This is fucked. This is why I'm getting a new radiator. That's breaking off. Like, oh yeah, holy shit. Wow, that is fucked. Good thing we're getting a new one. An aftermarket one that's metal. Oh my god. That's what a 20-year-old radiator thing looks like. 21-year-old? No, 22-year-old, I think. God. I'm so glad I'm just fully rebuilding this car. It needs it for sure. 170K on it. It definitely needs some love, which is why I'm building it. And drift car, of course. But yeah, this was rotted off, so I hit it with a hammer and it shattered. It's concerning because when I took it off, there was already a chunk of it broken off, so had I left that, it very well could have had pieces of plastic going into the engine, and that would not have been good. As you can see, the belt, and this is terrible lighting. I might be able to show you better when I take it out. You can kind of see it. Belt's all cracked and fucked, so I'm going to take the belt off real quick. Yeah, you can see the whole thing's cracked. This whole radiator is faded green. Right now I have the car back up on jacks because I'm actually getting ready to pull the engine because I said, you know what, fuck it. Let's just build it. I don't have time to wait. I mean, I do, but I want to do it now. I want to get this car driving. You never know if you're going to have tomorrow, so fuck it. Let's build this thing, pull the motor. I already have my rods. I gotta order my pistons. Alright, so here is an update on the car. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. Finally got the radiator off. It's fucked. I mean, it needs a new one, which I was planning on doing. But I love Toyota for how they built this. I can just take that top cross member off. I can, when I go to pull the motor pretty soon here, I can literally just pull it straight forward and out. It makes it pretty easy. So right now I'm just working on the cage, getting the intake and exhaust stuff off, because we're going to pull it pretty soon. I got my rods, and I'm going to be ordering my pistons pretty soon here as well. After some work trying to get the right socket in the back area, finally got the upper intake manifold off so I can finally pull it off. I think my battery that's currently in the camera is messed up because it won't charge. I've got 2 more, I just gotta find them, which is why I haven't been filming much, because this just isn't working. So I'm gonna pull the intake manifold out real quick. There we go. But yeah, everything looks good. Kind of hard to tell, but everything looks clean. So, yeah. I mean, up here, there's definitely a little bit. No, it's still pretty clean. It's just a little wet around the gasket, but still. That was kind of an abrupt end of the video. Thank you for watching this abomination. It's slowly coming along. I have not made a video in a long time thanks to my computer, my camera, and an absolute lack of wanting to film while I'm working on the car, because it makes it a hell of a lot easier just to work on the car without, you know, using a camera. So, yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. There will be more coming out soon. I know I say that every single time, but yes. I have videos on the interior that are going to be coming out soon. I have all my internals, gaskets, pistons, rods, bearings, everything for the engine is set to go. So that's going to be happening very soon. So yeah. Thank you for watching. A lot more to come in the future. Well, near future, I should say. Because I'm finally getting parts, because I have decided, you know what, screw it. Let's just build the car, because not much else I can do right now. So let's get that done, and hopefully get it to run this year. So yeah, see you in the next video. Peace out. Love you guys.